Japan, clean streets, punctual trains, and politeness everywhere. For many Americans, it looks like the ultimate escape from the chaos back home, but what really pushes them to leave everything behind and start a new life here? Is it a deep love for Japan or a growing disappointment with the US? Let's find out. Every year, thousands of Americans make the move to Japan. Some come for work, others for adventure, and a surprising number are simply tired of their own country. Since 2020, Japan has seen a steady increase in foreign residents, and among them, Americans are a very visible group. You'll find them as English teachers, tech workers, artists, and even retirees settling into a new rhythm of life. The reasons are a fascinating mix: a genuine admiration for Japanese culture, deep-seated frustrations with American society, and, for many, a search for a sense of order and safety they feel is missing. For a lot of Americans, Japan represents everything the US seems to have lost. They talk about politeness, safety, a strong sense of community, and incredible efficiency. But this idealized image often comes from a distance, through anime, curated YouTube channels, or short, exciting vacations. Living here as a resident is a completely different story. The cultural gap can be huge. From the strict hierarchies at work to the countless unwritten social rules, it can feel overwhelming. Some even admit they came to Japan chasing a sense of peace, but ended up finding a profound sense of isolation. As one person put it, "I thought everyone would be friendly like in an anime, but people keep their distance. It's not rude, it's just Japan." For others, moving to Japan isn't really about Japan at all. It's about escaping America. They're exhausted by the constant political division, the headlines about gun violence, the skyrocketing cost of living, and a culture that relentlessly pushes for productivity. Japan, in contrast, seems calmer, more predictable, like hitting a reset button on life. But escaping your problems at home doesn't mean they simply disappear. The initial excitement, the honeymoon phase, eventually fades, and that's when culture shock, the language barrier, and a deep sense of loneliness can hit hard. One expat shared a powerful insight. "I left the US because I wanted peace, but now I realize peace comes from understanding yourself, not just changing your geography." When you ask Americans why they moved to Japan, they often give practical, straightforward answers. A new job, marriage to a Japanese citizen, or to study. But if you dig a little deeper, you find more complex motivations lurking just beneath the surface. Some are seeking structure in a society that feels more orderly than the perceived chaos back home. Others are craving a sense of belonging after years of feeling disconnected from their own communities. And for many, Japan represents a profound personal challenge, a way to prove to themselves that they can rebuild their entire identity in a foreign land. Of course, not all of these stories have a happy ending. Many Americans end up returning to the US after just a few years. They might feel overwhelmed by the rigid cultural expectations, the notoriously long working hours, or the sheer difficulty of forming deep, meaningful connections. But even for those who leave, most say the experience fundamentally changed their perspective on life. They discovered the value of patience, the importance of humility, and the quiet beauty found in simple daily routines, things they often overlooked back home. As one person beautifully said, "Japan taught me how to slow down. In the US, I was always running. Here, I learned to walk." So, are Americans moving to Japan chasing an impossible dream, or are they running away from a harsh reality? The truth is, it's probably a bit of both. Japan isn't a perfect paradise. It's a real country with its own unique set of challenges and complexities. But for those who arrive with open eyes and, more importantly, an open heart, it can be a powerful and transformative teacher. Because sometimes, when you move halfway across the world looking for a better life, what you truly end up discovering is yourself. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more stories. You've seen the videos. Why I moved to Japan. Life in Tokyo changed me. But behind every thumbnail of neon lights and quiet streets, there's a deeper story. Many Americans move to Japan dreaming of peace, safety, and a better life. But is it really better, or just different? Today, we'll hear real testimonies from Americans who made the move. Some found what they were looking for, others didn't. For many Americans, Japan represents an escape. An escape from chaos, from political division, from uncertainty. In Japan, life seems predictable, clean, respectful. The trains are on time, the crime rate is low, the food is incredible. One interviewee, Alex, a 32-year-old from Seattle, puts it this way: "I thought Japan would fix everything that was wrong with my life in the US. He laughs now, but he admits he truly believed it. It's a common fantasy, this idea of a perfect place that can solve our internal struggles. Many people pack their bags with this exact hope, imagining a life where external order brings internal peace. But as they soon discover, a change of scenery doesn't always mean a change of self. The dream is powerful, but reality is often far more complex and nuanced. At first, everything feels like a dream. The politeness, the order, the incredible sense of safety. You find yourself walking at night without a second thought, completely at ease. You might even forget to lock your bike, only to find it still there in the morning, untouched. It's a stark contrast to what many are used to back home. But soon, reality sets in." Another voice. Megan, a 28-year-old from Chicago, shared her experience. "It's beautiful, yes, but I started realizing that I was always an outsider. People were kind, but distant." This is a crucial point many expats echo. Integration, they say, is the hardest part. You're welcomed as a guest, but becoming part of the fabric of society, truly belonging, is another challenge entirely. That initial honeymoon phase gives way to a deeper, more complicated relationship with your new home. For those working in Japan, the cultural gap hits fast. Workplace hierarchy is strict and clear. Silence in meetings isn't awkward, it's expected. The hours can be long, driven by a deep, unspoken rule. The group comes first. James, a 40-year-old who works at a Japanese firm in Yokohama, explains, "In America, initiative is valued. We are encouraged to speak up, to challenge ideas. In Japan, standing out can feel risky." He adds, "It took me a year to realize that working with Japanese people doesn't mean thinking like them. It's a profound lesson in cultural adaptation. Still, not everyone finds this structure stifling. Others, like Samantha, an English teacher, appreciate it. She shares, "The order here makes me feel safe. There's a level of respect in everyday interactions, even if it feels rigid sometimes." It is this constant balancing act between discipline and freedom that defines the work experience for so many foreigners in Japan. Almost every testimony, every story we heard, mentions one thing: loneliness. Even when you're surrounded by millions of people in a city as dense as Tokyo, you can feel completely and utterly alone. Social circles are slow to form. The dating scene, it's complicated, layered with cultural nuances that can be hard to navigate. Friendships are built on patience and a subtle, unspoken understanding that can take years to develop. Tom from Los Angeles confided in us, "I didn't expect how isolating it would be. People are polite, of course, but they keep their distance. I realized I missed those easy, casual conversations, the kind you have at a diner or a coffee shop back home. That spontaneous connection can be hard to find, yet many adapt. They find their way, they join local clubs, volunteer in their communities, or dedicate themselves to learning Japanese deeply. And that's when it happens. Slowly, patiently, connection begins to grow. After months, or even years, of living in Japan, most Americans we spoke to shared the same powerful realization. Japan didn't save them, but it did change them. Living in Japan teaches patience, humility, and the value of quiet observation. It has a way of stripping away the relentless rush to be seen, the constant noise and pressure that often defines American life. As Alex, who we heard from at the beginning, reflects, "Japan didn't fix my problems. It just gave me a calmer place to finally face them myself." It's a profound shift in perspective. You learn that the peace you were searching for wasn't in a location on a map. It was a mindset you had to cultivate within yourself. The lesson, it seems, is that true tranquility isn't something you find, it's something you build. So moving to Japan isn't an escape, it's an education. For many Americans, it's the beginning of a quieter, more intentional life. It's a chance to redefine success and happiness on their own terms. But for others, it becomes a mirror, showing them exactly who they are when all the external noise finally fades away. Before you pack your bags for Tokyo, ask yourself this: are you running to something, or are you running from something? Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this and want to hear more honest stories from around the world, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We'd love to have you as part of our community.